Hello, I'm Bex with Black Whisper Crafts, and it is time for the reveal of the hashtag Kit Create collab. What I did with the So Lovely junk journal kit that Dawn at Emerald Mama's Creations sent me. She sent one to Sandy, the Kentucky Crafter, Kathy, Raven Vintage, Julie at Dear Julie, and Cindy at Cindy A. Lewis. And herself, also, she participated and made journals with her kit. But I divided mine up into 3 different kits. This one I made out of a composition notebook cover. This one is my eclectic one, all different colors. And this one is a soft cover that I made, that I used the pattern envelope for the cover. So I will go through all of these and I will point out each and everything that is from the kit, which is a ton of stuff, a whole ton. So let's just start with the biggest one first. And of course the pattern and the insides, the instructions, the pattern envelope, and the tissue, the actual pattern were in it. This was either in the kit or wrapped around it. I can't remember, but it's gorgeous. This material was in the kit. Let's open it up and see all the yumminess. This was wrapped around the kit, the lace was, and I just made a little journal card to go in here. This is part of the pattern pieces that I used here in the background. So cute. And this right here is part, it was in the kit also, that manila cardstock paper there. This right here is in the kit. This, of course, is the little scissors. I love them. Were in the kit. This is part of the pattern. There's part of the pattern in the back. Finished garment measurements, part of the pattern. Just made a journal card to go in there. And this is what I made with the tissue. Part of the file folder. That is so cute. And these are the buttons and the puzzle pieces that were in the kit. So cute. I just put a little piece of newsprint in there. Thought that would be fun to play with. And, of course, the blue lace was wrapped around the kit. She packaged them so nicely and beautifully. And it is, again, called the So Lovely. And she has many different ones in her shop. Better pop on over and grab yours. And here is a journal card that I made with the instructions. And this is just a little bitty scrap of material left over from the front. Thought that looked cute on there. And I used the pattern there to create this. The instructions, I mean. And this was in the kit. Just stamped over it and made it a flip. And this page was in the kit. And I just covered up some things that were there. Don't even remember what it was. Words. This was in the kit. And the button, let's see. I'm not sure. I think the button was in the kit. And this book page was in the kit. This right here is blue and green wallpaper. It was in the kit. And I used some more of that beautiful blue lace. Just made a little journal card for the pocket. Did some stamping. And so cute. Just made some journal cards here. And this page right here is, was it from the kit? I don't know. I don't think so. No, that one was not from the kit. Sorry about that. I digress. This is from the kit. Just stamped on it and put some gold paint. Love packing paper. This is from the kit. I made a little tab out of it. And just a little journal card there. And I used See, special cutting notes. Thought that was cute to go on there. This was in the kit, this page here. There's part of the pattern instructions right there. And there is the number of the pattern right there. There's the blue lace again, just love it. And there, right there behind, there is more of the instructions. Those were so fun to create with. Just a little journal card there. And this right here was in the kit, that pattern piece. So are these little bitty things. I just made some little kite tails on the end of the strings there that I bound it with. Thought that was cute. This is just the material that was in the kit. This was the other piece that's in the kit. Just a little card. And I used a lot of the instruction sheets as the background for a lot of these. Right, like right there. So cute. Just did some stamping there. Here's the other piece of paper from the kit. And there's more of the pattern piece. And there. And here is more of the material from the kit. So much in the kit. I just divided it up. And let's see. Just some stamping. There's the book page from the kit, the lace from the kit, another piece, the other piece from the kit. Just a card, a journal card with buttons, and just another piece of the newsprint. Gold paint. Here's another piece from the kit. And there's, I used every bit of the material. That's so cute from the kit. This playing card is from the kit. Is that not awesome or what? Love it. I just painted it green. The theme with this one's blue and green. Then here's some more of the tissue from the pattern. There's another pocket with that blue lace. And just a little journal tag there. A little scrap here for the fun of it. I really, really like this material. I did toffee dye it, which is tea and coffee together, so that it would all be the same colors. But I like how this one turned out. Let's just tie this back up real quick here and move on to the next one, since we have 3 to go through. And this is the composition notebook cover that I used on this one. Just the seam binding closure. Here's the material in the kit. And then the red that you see is also material from the kit. Love it. There's the back. You can see that awesome red showing through the material from the kit. And this page is from the kit. I just put it through my printer and printed this digital on top of it. This is from the kit, the red material. So cute. Love that red material. And this is book page from the kit. I just put some washi tape to reinforce it because it looks vintage to me and feels very vintage. This is a page from the kit. I just printed a digital over the top of it. And this page is from the kit. This is also from the kit. And this is from the kit, this material here. That little bitty iron, I thought that was so cute. And then this is the other piece of paper that's from the kit. I just printed a digital on top of it. This page is from the kit. Just printed a digital on that side. And this is in the kit. Love the feel of it. And I just reinforced it with washi tape since it feels very vintage. Love this red. This looks so cute. Then just bound it together with the 3-hole pamphlet stitch, and it just put some charms on there. Little button and a sewing machine charm. Just added some trim there. Just a plain ledger page. this piece. I think it's from the kit. I'm pretty sure it is, because I don't remember mine have blue on them. And this is from the kit. There's that material again. I made a pocket out of it. Just a simple journal card in there. And I just pulled away some of the material to cause a fringe. Isn't that gorgeous? And here's a piece of paper from the kit that I printed on. The other page from the kit. Another page from the kit. Love the vintage pages. Amazing. This is a page from the kit. As well as this one. I just printed a digital on it. And I just folded this up like a hanky and sewed it on to this vintage pages from the kit. The material is from the kit. And there's some more material from the kit. So cute. And I just printed on that page that was from the kit. This one's really cute too. And I'm not going to take the time to put that back on there right now. We'll go to the last one, which is called the eclectic one. And I put all the colorful things with this one. The yellow, the orange, the pink, and the teal ribbons, those were in the kit. And also this page that I colored back here on the background, that was in the kit. Colored it, and then I just inked in so that it wouldn't be stark white. Just put some, used my stash of orange and just put some buttons in there too that I had in my stash. And I think the back turned out really cool too. And this is the envelope, the 9x12 envelope that was in the kit. That's what I made the cover out of. Use some colors that I don't normally use. Dawn, this one was a very big challenge. That's why I'm going to do colors. And having this kit gave me that opportunity to go ahead and explore with some colors. Thank you, Dawn. This orange colored cardstock on the back, on the front and on the back is from the kit. This page is from the kit. This page is from the kit. And this page. And this page. I just added a ledger page in there. There's another page from the kit. It's wallpaper from the kit. Another book page. And then this is, Dawn must have dyed this because that's really pretty color. And another page from the kit. And kit. From the kit. From the kit. This is the other piece of the wallpaper. And a page from the kit. That's just a ledger page. And a page from the kit, from the kit, and from the kit, and from the kit. And I just love how this one turned out. So fun. All the colors. Thank you so much, Dawn, for inviting me to participate in your hashtag Kit Create Collab. And for providing me with this amazing kit. It has so much in it that I was able to make 3 different very different journals. There is my eclectic one. And here is the one I made out of the composition notebook cover. And then here is my soft cover one. And I just divided them up because I didn't see how I could to make just one journal. There is so much in these kits. And all of her information will be below. You can go to her Etsy shop. That is Dawn at Emerald Mama's Creations Etsy shop and get yourself a So Lovely kit. But I made 3 different journals. That is how much of a variety is in this kit. And I really appreciate it, Dawn, that you invited me. And let's see. Mondays were Dawn at Emerald Mama's Creations. Tuesdays, Sandy, Kentucky Crafter. Wednesdays was Kathy at Raven Vintage. Thursdays, Julie at Dear Julie Julie. Fridays is myself, Black Whisper Crafts, aka Bex. And Saturday is Cindy at Cindy A. Lewis. I encourage you, all of you, to pop over to each of their channels and watch all of their videos. There are 6+ videos each person did. And just amazing. So many ideas from them all, how to use this kit. And pop on over to Emerald Mama's Creations and grab your own So Lovely kit. And I'm Bex with Black Whisper Crafts. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a wonderful crafty day.